Hi, wonderful people. Let's talk about something profoundly personal and deeply universal: spiritual awakening. It's a phrase that conjures images of sudden enlightenment, but for most of us, it is a gradual, gentle, and intentional journey. It's not about joining a new religion or adopting a complex set of beliefs. It is about waking up from the automatic pilot of daily life, the constant chatter of the ego, to the profound, quiet reality of the present moment. Spiritual awakening is simply becoming spiritually conscious. It is the realization that you are more than your job, your possessions, your fears, or even your thoughts. It is the shift from human doing to human being. Today, we will explore practical, simple tips to consciously cultivate this deeper awareness every single day. Part 1: The Foundation, Awareness and Stillness. Spiritual consciousness begins with a simple act: paying attention. Tip 1: The daily practice of meditation. The single most powerful tool for spiritual awakening is meditation. The goal, the purpose of meditation is not to stop thinking. That's impossible. The goal is to observe your thoughts without judgment or attachment. You learn that you are the observer, not the thought itself. The method: start small. Commit to just 5 to 10 minutes every morning. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. When your mind inevitably wanders, and it will, gently bring your attention back to the sensation of the breath. That simple act of returning is the spiritual muscle being exercised. The benefit: regular meditation creates a necessary gap between a stimulus and your reaction. It lowers the volume on your ego and allows your true self to be heard. Tip 2: Cultivating presence in the mundane. You cannot save your spiritual practice just for the cushion. True consciousness is woven into your life. The technique: practice mindfulness in everyday tasks. When you wash the dishes, feel the temperature of the water, the texture of the sponge, and the smooth ceramic. When you drink your morning tea, taste it fully. This transforms mundane chores into sacred practice. The result: by bringing full attention to a simple task, you anchor yourself completely in the now. The past is gone, the future isn't here, and the only reality is this moment. This is where spiritual power resides. Part 2: Relational consciousness, your inner world. Spiritual consciousness is also about how you relate to your inner emotional landscape. We often try to run from our negative feelings, but our emotions are signposts on the path. Tip 3: Embrace and process your emotions. To be spiritually conscious is to be emotionally honest. Feel, don't analyze. When a difficult emotion arises, anger, sadness, fear, do not immediately try to explain it or push it away. Instead, simply feel it in your body. Where does it manifest? In a tight chest? A knot in your stomach? Acknowledge and release. Say to yourself, I am feeling anger right now. By naming it, you create a distance from it. You are no longer the anger, you are the one experiencing anger. Allow the energy of the emotion to move through you without dwelling on the story behind it. This non-resistance is a profound spiritual act. Tip 4: Self-compassion and non-judgment. The spiritual path is not about becoming perfect. It's about becoming whole, the inner critic. The primary voice of the ego is the inner critic. Consciously choose to silence this voice. Treat yourself with the same kindness and patience you would offer a beloved friend. Let go of comparison. The spiritual journey is unique to you. Resist the urge to compare your progress to others. Your path is your own masterpiece. Self-acceptance is the ultimate act of self-love, and self-love is a direct connection to the universal spirit. Part 3. Expansion, connecting to the greater whole. Once you have established a connection to your inner stillness, your consciousness naturally begins to expand outward. Tip 5. The power of gratitude. Gratitude is the highest form of spiritual alignment. Shift your focus. By consciously focusing on what you have, rather than what you lack, you open yourself up to the abundance of the universe. A simple exercise. Before you go to sleep, name 3 things, no matter how small they are, that you are genuinely grateful for. A warm meal, a clear sky, a supportive conversation. This practice rewires your brain to perceive the world through a lens of blessing, attracting more of it into your life. Tip 6. Conscious contribution and service. Spiritual awakening is not just an internal vacation, it's a commitment to interconnectedness. Service as practice. Find simple ways to be of service. Volunteer your time, offer a genuine compliment, or simply be a mindful, attentive listener. For someone in need, the universal truth: when you contribute to the well-being of others, you immediately realize that we are all part of one continuous whole. The joy you give is the joy you receive. This dissolution of the self-other barrier is the pinnacle of spiritual consciousness. Conclusion: living the awakened life. Spiritual awakening is not a destination you arrive at, it is the way you travel. It is a choice you make, moment by moment. It demands discipline, but it is a discipline rooted in love, not obligation. The tips are simple. Meditate daily to find your stillness. Be present in your daily tasks. Process your emotions with honesty and non-resistance. Practice self-compassion fiercely. Embrace gratitude to shift your focus. Serve others to experience your interconnectedness. You don't need to change your life, you just need to change your relationship with it. The path to spiritual consciousness is waiting, not out there in the world, but here, in the quiet, expansive reality of your own heart. Wake up, be present, and live the sacred life that is already yours.